Hi, friends. Today for Life Skills, we are going to be reviewing in class the Let's Talk. It's about how to talk with others. And we talked in class a lot on Thursday about how skills like this, like learning how to talk to others, takes a lot of practice. And that's why we're reviewing this so often. So we're kind of taking this one step at a time. And on Thursday, we were able to record some videos that are good examples of step number one, which is looking at the person. So I'm going to review this PowerPoint presentation with you today, and in hopes that you can do some practicing on your own at home as well. And if you do have some time and you would like to record yourself practicing one of the steps or all of the steps, and you can do a positive example or a negative example, either of those would be great. And submit those, I can add them to the PowerPoint. So I'm looking forward and I hope that you're able to do that. Let's go ahead and get started with our PowerPoint presentation. Talking with others can be a really hard thing to do. Sometimes it's just very uncomfortable. I feel self-conscious a lot. Sometimes I don't know what to talk about. Like, I don't know what kinds of questions to ask. I don't know what to do. Sometimes it's hard to understand what the other person is saying, and so that can be a difficult thing. And then sometimes I'm just not in the mood to talk to anyone, and so that can be a problem. So we did some negative examples. What if I can't look at the person? So, oh my goodness. So this was my friend Luis and my friend Jocelyn. Jocelyn said, "Hey, Luis." And Luis didn't even look at her. He just turned his head and walked away. And so, of course, she was like, well, I don't know what to say to that. So I guess I'm going to walk away now. So he missed out on an opportunity to talk to a cute girl. And that was because he did not look at the person. This next video, what if I can't use a pleasant voice? This was my friend Jacob and my friend Alyssa. And Jacob says, "Hi, how are you?" in a nice, pleasant voice. But what did Alyssa do? Oh, she responded with a grouchy voice. She was like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Go away." Right? So that's so rude. So Jacob was like, "Oh, I'm afraid and I'm going to leave now." So she missed out on talking to a friend because she appeared to be very unpleasant with her voice. What if I can't ask questions? Let's see what these two come up with. Oh my goodness. So this time, this is my friend Faustina, my friend Randy. Faustina said, "Hi, Randy, how are you today?" And he said, "I'm fine." And then he just sat there. That's the end of the conversation if you do not ask questions back, you know? So you can't continue a conversation if you don't ever ask any questions. Okay, the last video, this is my friend Erin and my friend Izzy. They're going to show us what happens if you can't stop interrupting. After a while, you realize that you were going to weight working out. Something decided you were just going to have to spend the night with this smile makes, or this video makes me smile just a little bit because Izzy's so funny, right? He's just interrupting and interrupting. Well, we can't have a good conversation and you can't understand what people are saying if you don't listen, right? So really step 5 or step 4 should be just listen. Listen to what the other person is saying. Izzy wasn't listening. He just kept interrupting. He's not going to know what Erin was trying to say or read to him. So what happens when we do things the wrong way, when we skip some of those steps? Well, people are going to think that you're weird, right? People think that it's uncomfortable and they don't want to be around you, really. People don't know if you're listening, if you're not looking at them. They might think that you're rude. Um, Quite frankly, nobody's going to want to talk to you if you do not follow the steps that we're talking about today. People might also think that you just don't care about them, and you could lose friendships this way. And it's also really tough to make friendships if you don't know how to talk to others. So that's why we're talking about it today, folks. So we have 4 steps that we want to make sure that we follow today. The first step is to look at the person. Step 1, look at the person. It lets them know that you're paying attention. We want to make sure that we look at the person in a friendly way, so we don't want to stare at them or make faces or grumpy faces, because that would be weird. If you look at the person's face, you're going to be able to tell what their mood is as well. So we want to look at their face so that we can identify what their emotion is at the time. It's also very nice in our culture to look someone in the face. It's known to be a sign of respect in our culture. So we want to make sure that we're looking people in the face. Now, I have some friends here that demonstrated looking people in the face at the beginning of a conversation. And so I have 4 different videos to show you today. So here's video number 1. This is my friend Jocelyn, I believe. Jocelyn and Luis in this first video. Oh my goodness, did you see how Luis made total eye contact with Jocelyn? He sure did. He looked right at her. Let's watch the numbers 2 video right here. This is Alyssa and cute Faustina. Oh, this one was great. So when Faustina walked through the door and she said, "Hi, Alyssa," Alyssa turned her head and she looked right at Faustina. That is good eye contact. Very good. Okay, this next one, this is Luis and Izzy. Oh my goodness, this was a really good example of good eye contact. Izzy tapped him on the shoulder, and Luis turned to him and looked him in the face, and was able to even respond to his sign language there. That was excellent use. Okay, down here at the bottom, we have my friend Jacob and my friend Randy. Let's look at this one. Oh, now in this example, my friend Randy, he's blind. He can't really look at a person, but do you know what he can do to show that he is interested and listening? He turned his head in the direction of my friend Jacob. So to indicate to Jacob that, hey, I heard you and I'm listening and I'm going to respond. Okay. So that was, those were all very good 4 examples, positive examples of how to look at somebody in the face when you're going to talk to them. Well done, my friends. Well done. We need to go to the next slide, but there we go. Okay, step number 2, use a pleasant voice. So people don't want to talk to somebody who's very grouchy, right? If you seem threatening or angry, oh, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to leave. So make sure that you sound pleasant. Make sure that you speak clearly, loudly enough that everybody can hear you. Use short sentences that are easily to be understood. Think before you speak so that you don't say something you might regret. And always remember to stay calm, especially if you're having a discussion that is kind of a touchy subject. Here's where we will put examples after we make them. We have not got there yet. Step number 3, we want to make sure that we ask questions, okay? So questions make it so that we can continue the conversation further. If I don't ask questions, the conversation is over. So it will include the other person in the conversation if I ask a question. It will make the conversation last longer. It's good to ask the person about their opinions, their likes, their dislikes, and their interests. Listen to their answers, which is step 4, really. And then be prepared to answer the questions that the person might ask you. So, more than likely, they will ask you a question, and you have to then be ready to answer their question. Here's where we will put examples of asking questions. Step number 4 is don't interrupt, or we could also say listen. Listen to what the other person is saying. It will show you that if you don't interrupt, it will show that you care about what the other person is saying. Make sure that the person is done speaking before you respond. Maintain eye contact so we're still looking at the person. Try not to fidget or distract the other person. And don't take over the conversation because there's 2 people. We have to take turns. Make sure that you stay on topic. Don't change the subject. And this is where we will put examples, video examples of us demonstrating those steps. We're going to put it all together at the end, and we're going to put some more videos of us doing all 4 steps all together. Okay, so remember all of those steps, and it'll be a snap. It'll be easy to talk to other people, but we do realize that it takes a lot of practice, and so that's why we are repeating this lesson over and over and over so that we can practice this important skill. All right, folks, I will say goodbye for now. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.